And just like that, news has come out of NASCAR 25's release date. And I have to admit, having it come from the Sports Business Journal and the video itself, well, I'll show you in a second, but I have to admit, at first, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a fake or a troll job or something like that. But it's real, and here you go. Here it is. So there it is. October 14th, 2025, a Tuesday, is when this game is supposed to be released. Now, if you want it in NASCAR terms, it'll be the Tuesday after the Las Vegas race, which means it's heading on into Talladega week. So it's going to be pretty damn big, I'd say, when it comes to the NASCAR side of things, as Talladega is always really big. I'll be honest, there's not really too much that we can gain from this other than just more questions to ask. That and, of course, some of the things that have been teased that we'll talk about in a little bit as well. But one thing I want to touch on real quick and right now is that the PC date is said in the Sports Business Journal article to be released later than October 14th. That the consoles will get their big day in the sun Tuesday, October 14th. But PC will have to wait for a later announcement or a later date altogether. And I have to wonder, is it going to be, say, October 15th or 16th or the Friday of that week? Or is it going to be something like November, December? It's going to be a little bit longer because of hang-ups in production. That's something that needs to be addressed because there is a large and growing base of players on the PC side of things. It's not just console anymore the way it was, say, 15, 20, 25 years ago. And those people are rightfully going to be pissed and should have the explanation given at some point very soon. So that's something, again, that I think a lot of people should be worried maybe with more or less just because of, well, why is it happening? And I totally get why people are making a big deal out of it. There also, of course, was the talk of what's coming next and in the next week and next couple weeks. First off, there will be the release of the driver roster starting to come out next week. Now, of course, we know that the 36 charter drivers and Cup will be in there. All of the main players, I'm assuming, from Xfinity Trucks and ARCA will be in there. But I think that the big question that would be really interesting is what open cars are in there. What drivers that did one-offs or possible other drivers are in there. When it comes to the Cup Series, I would assume somebody, say, like Jimmy Johnson or Catherine Legg would be in it. They've been in the Cup Series this year and made a bunch of starts. Probably J.J. Yaley, I would assume. And they've talked about having numerous different drivers in. So that would be interesting on that end of it to find out. I think on the Xfinity end and trucks, it would be really interesting, too, to find out if maybe they have some of the Cup guys that came down. Who's driving, say, the number 7 Spire truck? And on the ARCA side, I mean, it's just the wild, wild west. Also on the Xfinity side, too, are you going to have, say, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. race in there and be an option? After all, he's working on the game, so I'm assuming his likeness and his brands would be okay with that added advertisement. I see no reason why they wouldn't be. So maybe you could see a few drivers that are part-time or are past their prime or are just coming back for one-offs every now and then in there. Also, they are talking about next week having a new dev diary come out. I'm really interested to see which aspect they cover on that. Are they going to cover more of the physics and different stuff in particular with it? Will there be gameplay showed with it? That's something else that I think we're going to have to be watching very keenly in the next week. I'm assuming we're going to hear more about the driver rosters with it. Maybe it's going to be tied all in one or something like that. And the question I have is just how much is getting released? Will the rosters be released, say, as like a couple drivers here and there, and then the dev diary show them? Or is it going to be complete lists that'll be included with it? Are they completely separate things? Or is this finally ramping up that period of time where they can start advertising the game more? Because that is something else, again, that we need to start seeing. I get that the game now, as of recording this video, is 2.5 months out. and that there's plenty of time to show stuff, but we gotta start showing stuff soon. Fans are rightfully getting antsy at the fact that there's been no gameplay again. And while I do personally trust iRacing to get it done and give us a serviceable to good game, at the same time, I understand why people are asking for gameplay, are not so sure, because let's be honest, as a player base, as a fan base, as just a base in general, we have been burned numerous times when it comes to NASCAR gaming. Whether you look at Ignition, the Heat series that underwhelmed, heck, Technics even, while a lot of people look back fondly on it, was not received as nicely in the moment. And same with the end of the EA era. So there is a lot of added pressure that iRacing probably doesn't deserve to have, but unfortunately, because of what they have kind of signed on into, they will have. And I want to know, is it going to be in this dev diary? Is it going to be part of the roster releases? Maybe, again, they show each car or something like that. Is there maybe going to be some, maybe not trailer, but a teaser trailer, a little 10-second blip like we saw with the schedule release? These are questions that I think one will be answered, but should be asked going in. Another aspect next week or in the next couple weeks, depending on when it will be, and I'll link the description below with the article, is that there will be the cover reveal next. Now, obviously, there has not been really any clues put out there about it, but I have to imagine it's probably going to be somebody that's more involved with the game itself. If it's a single driver, I'm going to probably venture to say, especially being used as the first bit of the game to be shown out there, I'm going to assume as my top guess it's probably William Byron, but it could be somebody else completely. Maybe it's Christopher Bell. Maybe you want to get one of the more popular ones and have a Chase Elliott in there or a Bubba Wallace or whoever. But I'm going to go with William Byron as my first guess, and I want you to let me know in the description below what you think your guess is on it. Is this important? No, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see who it is, but it doesn't affect gameplay in any way. It doesn't affect the experience in any way. It's just who you see when opening up the game. Do you think I care that Tony Stewart is on the front of NASCAR Thunder 04 when I play it on a disturbingly regular basis 20-some years after it's been released? No, I don't care. Do you think I cared that it was Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson on NASCAR 06 when I played that a lot? No, didn't care. Yeah, I didn't. And maybe it'll be numerous drivers. Maybe they'll have a guy for Cup Xfinity, trucks, and the ARCA side of it, and they'll have all of that. Those are all valid opportunities and options that they can use for this. So I don't know who it'll be, but it's really fun to recklessly speculate on that side of it. So there it is. That is at least the stuff that we know so far. Now I want to know what you think. So let me know down in the comments below. Are you, say, happy that it's going to be at this point? Upset? If you're on the PC side, are you really disappointed, pissed that it might be moved out further? And also, outside of just gameplay alone, because I know we all want that, what is something you want to see most released next week or soon that you can maybe have a better opportunity to judge the game on? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. And until next time, have a good one.